Oh, once more again, how are you? Welcome. We proceed from the point we stopped a few minutes ago with Act 2, with Act 3, Scene 2, with Hamlet addressing himself to the players and his pieces of advice for them to act things naturally, normally, and not to exaggerate, and not to speak loudly, but to speak easily and to speak easily. You must acquire and beget a temperance, control, or moderation that may give it soothness, may give your acting soothness. Soothness, salasa. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear robustious, pated fellow tear a passion to tatters. It offends me to the heart, to the soul. يجرحني إلى في العميق عميقا جدا. عميقا جدا to hear robustious. Robustious means noisy. Noisy means turbulent. Means turbulent or boastful. Boastful. Periwig-baited. Periwig-baited. يعني wearing a wig. يعني يرتدون wearing a wig يرتدون شعر مستعار. Tear a passion to tatters. Tear the sentiments, tear to destroy the passion to tatters. يحطمون الأشياء إلى أجزاء صغيرة بأصواتهم المرتفعة. يدمرون كل شيء. To very rags. To split the ears of the groundlings. Split the ear of the groundlings. The noun here taken from ground. Groundlings, the people who used to frequent the theater and sit on the ground. The audience here belong to a very low social class because they can't pay for the seats to sit on. So they used to sit on the ground because they can't afford to pay the high price for the tickets. The tickets belong to audience, spectators, belonging to a low social class. You know that the groundlings, come on, had corrupted taste, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows, who can't make anything except they give dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow wiped for overdoing. Those who overact, those who exaggerate their action, I would like to have them whipped and flogged. برغب إنه لو ضربناهم بالكرباج وجلدناهم أفضل من كل شيء, because they are overdoing things, because they are whipped for overdoing. Termagant means because they are very much like a termagant. magnet. Termagant means shrew or a quarrelsome woman. بسموها ايش؟ السليطة او المشاكسة. بدنا ايش؟ نجلدهم ونضربهم لانه بيعملوا زي المرأة السليطة او الها. First player says, I warrant your honor, I assure you, you're a prince, I assure you, we will not do anything like that. Now we skip this page and Hamlet, line 40. We skipped some lines. Hamlet, we proceed with Hamlet's pieces of advice to the players. Line 37, line 37, line 37. line 37. ايش بقول هاملت؟ or reform it, or yes. We are or reform it altogether, and let those that play your clowns speak no more than it's set down for them. Don't let the clowns, المهرجين, to speak outside their roles. I don't want them to extemporize, to add any material to the material I wrote for them. Nobody should, the clowns shouldn't override their roles. ما يخرجوش عن النص ويقدموا أدوارا أشياء جديدة. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, and this will make them laugh, will make the clowns laugh. The clowns are supposed to rouse laughter among the audience. طب لما انتم بتضحكوا ايش بصير؟ الكلاونز اللي هو الاكترز هم يضحكوا. Though yes laugh, to sit on the quantity of barren spectators to laugh. They make the spectators laugh. 2. Though in the meantime some necessary question of the play be then to be considered. This makes the spectators lose the line of thought and might skip or might miss one of the main points of the play I want you to enact. يعني you distract the attention of the audience. طبعا هو مش عايز to distract the attention of the players because he is intent to look deeply on his uncle's face to the King Claudius's face to make sure to understand from his face whether he has been the culprit or not. And shows a most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go and make ready. Now enter Horatio, line 53. Here, sweet Lord. Hamlet, what? Who? Horatio? Yes, my Lord. Here, sweet Lord. نعم أنا Horatio. At your service. I am at your service. Horatio, I remind you, is a very close friend of Hamlet. Oh, my Hamlet, nay, don't think, yes, إيش بقول له? Hamlet, Horatio, thou art even as just a man as ever my conversation with al. You are the best man I have communicated with in my life. أنت أفضل شخص تحدثت إليه في حياتي. Thou art even as just a man, رجل just عادل. And as ever my conversation cupped with al. Oh my dear Lord, بقول له Hamlet بقول له nay, don't think I flatter you. I don't cajole you, I don't flatter you, I am telling you the truth. You are one of my best friends, you are a balanced person, you are a good person, you are a nice person, you are... Nay, don't think I flatter you. For what advancement may I hope from thee? Advancement means a promotion. Advancement. طب وانا ايش عايز منك؟ Promotion. I am Prince Hamlet. I am supposed to be the heir apparent. I am rich. I am a nobleman. I belong to a royal family. Why I should flatter you or cajole you? I am telling you the truth. I have no reason to flatter you because I don't hope any advancements from you. مش عايز منك أي ترقيات. لا آمن إنك ترقيني. أنت مش قادر ترقي حالك لما ترقيني أنا. Advancement, promotion or elevation. يعني I am sincere. I have no reasons for flattering you. For what advancement may I hope from thee? That no revenue hast but thy good spirits. You have no income. Revenue means income. أنت ما لكش دخل أساسا، ليس لك دخل يطعمك ويسقيك ويلبسك، ما لكش دخل. A poor man. You are a poor man. People aren't used to flattering poor people. They flatter rich ones. They flatter affluent ones. They flatter political figures, powerful figures. You are a poor man. I have no reason to cajole you, to flatter you. You have only one thing good about you, namely thy good spirits, روحك الطيبة. To feed and clothe thee, you have no income to feed and clothe thee. هنا feed و clothe verbs. Why should the poor be flattered? No, let the candid tongue lick absurd bump. Candid tongue, the sweetened tongue. خلي أبو لسان حلو وجميل. lick absurd bump. lick يلعق الناس الرجال أرجل الناس العظام. And crook means bend. Crook means bend. Crook means bend. ينحني وينحنون. Crook, the pregnant hinges of the knee. Pregnant means here flexible. الهنج هو الرزة، يعني رزات رجليهم، يعني they tend to crook easily. ينحنون بسهولة أمام affluent people, rich people. Pregnant hinges of the knee, where thrift may follow falling. Thrift means a profit. Thrift means profit. بيجروا دول وين؟ ورا المرابح المادية. الماتيريال ايش؟ الماتيريال profit. Where theft may follow fawning. حيث أن الربح بيتبع مين؟ الفونينج. الفونينج هنا فلاتري، يعني التملق يؤدي إلى ذلك. التملق Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, since I was able to be independent، من حد ما كنت قادر على اتخاذ قرارات of her choice. Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, since I was responsible for the deeds and the resolutions I took, and could have men distinguish her election, and I could distinguish between good and bad people. أستطيع التمييز بين الناس. يعني since I reached maturity, intellectually and physically speaking, Shath sealed thee for herself. I chose you for myself, for thou hast been. هاي النقاط الحلوة اللي بيقولها عن هوراتيو. For thou hast been as one. كنت رجلا إيش؟ In suffering all that suffers nothing. In all the sufferings you suffered nothing. يعني you weren't affected by the sufferings befell you. You weren't destructively affected by the misfortunes leveled on you. لم تؤلمك المصائب القدر ولا تفرحك عطاءاته. For thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers nothing, a man that fortunes buffets and rewards buffets. webs لطمات، حتى لطمات القدر وريوردز، لطماته ومكافآته لا تعني لك شيئا. يعني in time of distress and in time of enjoyment, in the ups and downs, you were adamant, you were calm, you were composed, you were balanced, you never lost your balance or equilibrium. لم تفقد أيا من. Once more again, we are in front of fortune as being a source of trouble for human beings. Fortune means fate. Don't lose the idea that fate is being involved in all the actions the people do in their lives, as Hamlet believes. A man, Horatio, is a man who is not easily affected by the sufferings, and he is equally not affected by the pleasures of life. This is the type of a man who deserves respect. This is a very beautiful image or estimate Hamlet draws of Horatio. I want you not to forget that Horatio, in the final scene of the play, becomes the king. Here there is Horatio represents the new generation, the learned people, the new vision. Let us say the new vision. طيب. Hast taken with equal thanks. You with equal thanks to fortune's ordeals and fortune's pleasure, and blessed are those whose blood and judgment are so well commended, so blended. هذول ناس رائعين ممتازين اللي عندهم هذا الثبات الانفعالي. هذا بذكرنا إن الله لا يحب الفرحين. That they aren't a pipe of fortune's finger. They do not lend themselves easily to be affected by the fortune's finger. إصبع الfortune. That's not passion, slave. Yes, to sound what stop she pleases. He is not a feather in the midst of a storm. وليس ريشة في مهب الريح يتأثر بما تريد الfortune. Give me that man. That is not passion, slave. Just give me a man who is not enslaved by his passion. تستعبده نزواته, and I will wear him in my heart's core, in my heart of heart, as I do thee, كما أفعل أنا الآن, I bring you very near to my heart. Something too much of this. There is a play tonight before the king. He tells Horatio that there is a play going to be enacted in front of the king and the queen, and he wants Horatio to help him by concentrating on the queen, on the king's face, to see whether something bad, his face movements or his face gestures show. Namely, he wants Horatio to know for sure and help Hamlet in this respect to discover for sure whether the pangs of conscience and the pangs of conscience of Claudius would make him reveal that he was the culprit and responsible for killing Hamlet's father. Because once more again, Hamlet did not want to get deceived by the ghost. He thought for a moment that the ghost wasn't loyal, wasn't telling the truth, and he contrived this play to know for sure to himself that the king was the sole person and the true killer of his father. Thank you for attending this lecture. Hope to meet you again tomorrow. Goodbye.